निश्चय पन्ना वाला आप सबका स्वागत करता हूँ। इधर आज हमारे साथ प्राची आई हैं, उन्होंने अभी खूब अच्छी किताब रीड की है। वो उस किताब की जो समरी है वो हमको बताएंगे। सबसे पहले मैं प्राची को थैंक्स बोलना चाहता हूँ कि उन्होंने इतना टाइम दिया और उन्होंने जो नॉलेज गेन किया वो हमारी ऑडियंस के साथ बताना चाहते हैं।
थैंक यू सो मच निश्चय। सो जो बुक आज मैं बताने वाली हूँ वो ये बुक है, इसका नाम है महाभारती। तो ये बुक जिन्होंने लिखी है उनका नाम श्रुति गुप्ते है और ये हमारे इंडिया के कैंपस में आई थी। उनका बुक लॉन्च हुआ और उसके बाद उन्होंने 5 बुक्स इंडिया को गिफ्ट की थी। वो 5 बुक में से एक बुक मेरे पास है। तो व्हेन आई वाज इन लाइब्रेरी आई वाज आस्किंग मैम कि कौन सी बुक मैं पढ़ सकती हूँ, मैम ने मुझे सजेस्ट किया कि एक बार एक ट्राई करके देख ले, जो रिव्यू है तुम्हारा वो मुझे बताना, उस हिसाब से वो सर्कुलेट करेंगे इस बुक को, क्योंकि एक बार पढ़ने के बाद ही अच्छी है लड़कों को, तो सबको पढ़ने के लिए इस हिसाब से वो सजेस्ट करती है। तो उन्होंने मुझे बुक सजेस्ट की। तो बेसिकली what this book have is it talks about Mahabharat but from the perspective of women.
Okay.
So what it is, there is a woman called Satyavati, if you know in Mahabharata. Yes. So what she did before the Mahabharat war started, she held a court where she gave invitation to Draupadi, Kunti, Gandhari, and the wife of Shri Krishna, which her name is Rukmini. Yes. So she gave invitation to this 4 women, and they held a court where they discussed about how they should not let this cruel war happen. And some of them defended, like Draupadi said that it should happen. She was on a wrath of God, we can say. She was very angry with whatever happened with her, as she was stripped in a whole assembly of Kuru Sabha, we say. Her clothes were torn and this happened with her. So some women suggested that war should not happen and some said that it should happen, and there was a debate, and whole that debate is in this book. And it basically it starts with the introduction of Bhishma and how he have all these regrets about how he shouldn't have done what he did to Draupadi, because Draupadi was asking for the help of Bhishma while she was getting stripped with from Ritushasana, but he didn't do anything because he thought Dharma says that he was in that vachan that he should not interfere in all this thing that was going on. Like Dushasana was stripping Draupadi's clothes, but he didn't interfere. But there is a very beautiful story here that when man should get angry. So Bhishma didn't get angry when his daughter-in-law was asking for his help. On the other hand, Jatayu got angry when Masita was getting kidnapped by Ravana. So it says that Pitamaha Bhishma got death where he was lying on a deathbed of arrows, and Jatayu got death when he was lying on the lap of Sri Rama. Yeah. It says a lot about when person should get angry. Both got different deaths, both had a problem, both knew that they should get angry, but when to get angry is a very big thing that changes the course of your outcome of your actions.
नहीं जी, आपने एकदम सही बोला है। जैसे कि जब हम मतलब कि महाभारत और रामायण में कंपैरिजन करते हैं, रामायण में आप देखेंगे एकदम मतलब शरीफ लोग आपको मिलेंगे, आपको ऐसे लोग मिलेंगे जो एकदम शांत हैं और कहाँ बोलना है, भाई लोग आपस में एकदम साथ मिलते हैं। पर लेकिन जब हम महाभारत में आते हैं, पांडव और कौरव दोनों एक ही फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हैं। और जो भीष्म पितामह आपने बताया वो मतलब कि हस्तिनापुर के क्या है, मतलब कि केयर टेकर हैं। उनने मतलब कि वचन लिया कि जब तक हस्तिनापुर सुरक्षित हाथों में ही जाएगा तब तक वो अपनी जान नहीं त्यागेंगे। और इधर पे जब इतनी बड़ी घटना हो रही है जो महिलाओं के साथ आज के डेट में भी जो इस टाइप की घटनाएं हैं मालूम चलती हैं, तो आपने जो पॉइंट बोला गुस्सा कहाँ आना चाहिए वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है।
So here is one thing, was blaming Draupadi for all the occurrence of a war. She says that you are the reason behind the war because you said to the Duryodhan when Duryodhan visited Indraprastha, the city which Pandava built, and he fell into water, and Draupadi said that andhe ka beta andha hai.
Yeah.
Or Gandhari said that because of that all this is happening. So to answer that, Draupadi said that why woman should bear all the consequences of man's act. Like why should she have to bear all the humiliation that she had to go through because of what she said. Because a lot of time we see that men normally say all things like that, thinking that it is just a fun, they are just they are chilling and they are talking like it's normal funny things. But sometimes when women say same thing, they get it, they feel it's hurtful. They think that why women should say something like that. So I think that Draupadi is a girl who have gotten a lot of hate from her own family, but also from us readers. I have met lot of people who have said that all the occurrence of Mahabharata is because of Draupadi, but it is not true.
मैं भी अपनी सिस्टर से एक बार बात कर रहा था इस टॉपिक में। उनने जब अपन महाभारत को देखते हैं, अपन को मालूम चलता है जो पांडव थे उनको जलाने का जो काम हुआ था उसे कौन सा लाक्षागृह हुआ था, और उसके बाद जब भीम था उसको पानी में फेंक दिया गया था खीर खिला के। इस समय तो आपको ये याद नहीं आता है कि जो कौरव थे वो कितनी बड़ी गलती कर रहे थे। इधर पर भी आप देखेंगे सोसाइटी है उसमें मतलब कि उस झगड़े के लिए कहीं ना कहीं द्रौपदी को बताते हैं, मतलब कि आप आधा सच बता रहे हैं। आप उसके पहले का बताइए जो कैसी घटनाएं हो रही थी उसके लिए कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल था।
महाभारत में ये जो 5 महिलाओं ने जो कोर्ट हेड किया था, हर किसी के बारे में उसने लिखा है कि द्रौपदी के जन्म की कहानी लिखी है। तो द्रौपदी के जन्म की कहानी ये है कि जब द्रौपदी का जन्म हुआ उससे पहले उसके भाई धृष्टद्युम्न का जन्म हुआ था। तो उनको उनके पिता ने यज्ञ में उनको मांगा था, लेकिन यज्ञ की ये एक अर्थ थी कि अगर तुम्हें लड़का चाहिए तो उसके साथ तुम्हें एक और आपत्ति मिलेगा, वो तुम्हें जो भी हो लड़का हो लड़की उसको एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा। बट उस द्रौपदी के जो पिता थे उनको नहीं चाहिए था कि उनको एक बेटी हो, क्योंकि उससे पहले जो अम्बा का वो पुनर्जन्म था वो उनके घर में बेटी बन के थी पहले से बेटी, तो उनको नहीं चाहिए थी कि उनको बेटी हो। तो बाद में क्या हुआ कि ये जो हुआ यज्ञ उन्हें उसको बेटा मिला, और उसके बाद जो अग्नि थी अग्नि बोली कि तुम्हें बेटी लेनी पड़ेगी। तो उन्होंने अग्नि में जो अर्घ दिए उसके समय उन्होंने ये बोला था कि मुझे एक ऐसी बेटी दो जो कमल जैसी होगी, कि उसको रोंदा जाए पैरों से फिर भी वो सुवास ही दे, फ्रेग्रेंस ही बाहर छोड़े, उसके जिंदगी में बहुत जो भी बुरा हो वो हमेशा एक कंपोज रहे, शांत रहे, उसके जिंदगी में हर कोई दुख आए, हर तरह का दुख आए। वो गुस्से में थे और गुस्से में उन्होंने अपनी बेटी के लिए बहुत बुरी बुरी चीजें मांग ली, उसके लिए उन्होंने जिंदगी में पछतावा किया। लेकिन कभी कभी क्या होता है कि माँ बाप का कहा हुआ बच्चों पे आता है, बोल जाते हैं लोग, तो वो उस टाइप का है कि उन्होंने गुस्से में मांग लिया, पर द्रौपदी को पूरी जिंदगी वो भुगतना पड़ा। राजमहल में रहने वाली राजकन्या जैसे ही उसकी शादी हुई उसको झोपड़पट्टी में रहने को वनवास अज्ञातवास आया, वनवास आया। फिर बाद में उसके साथ जो हुआ ह्यूमिलिएशन हुआ उसके साथ, वो उसके बाद फिर से उसको वनवास में जाना पड़ा, उसको अपने खुद के बच्चों को मरता देखना पड़ा महाभारत की वॉर में, उसके साथ बहुत ही बुरा हुआ। वैसे ही हर औरत जो महाभारत का पार्ट है, जैसे कि गांधारी है, कुंती है, हर किसी की बैक स्टोरी बहुत ही बुरी है। जैसे कि गांधारी वॉज अ प्रिंसेस ऑफ गांधार एंड शी हैड टू मैरी अ ब्लाइंड किंग which wasn't it was said that Gandhari's eyes was most beautiful eyes in the world, and why Bhishma approached her to marry her to his father Dhritarashtra. There is a story behind that she got a boon called she can have 100 childs in a one go, and while she was pregnant with child she wasn't able to deliver that child because of some reasons. She was pregnant for half an year, not half an year, 1.5 years. Okay. And Dhritarashtra used to say a lot of bad things to her. which used to get listened by the child in her stomach.
Okay.
So all that sanskar has happened with her, their child. We say that Gandhari is so delicate, beautiful, and a kind-hearted woman. Then why Duryodhana and Dushasana type of children was her? It because of it was the seed of Dhritarashtra. And then Satyavati's illegitimate child came in a picture, and he helped her to deliver all that 100 childs. And then they did. It was kind of like a surgery, which nowadays are very popular among the daily. It was Caesar kind of thing. So besides Gandhari, Kunti also had a bad story. Kunti never had a supporting father, because Kunti was so told to go and do seva of Rishi Durvasa, and Rishi Durvasa was known for his angry nature. So with the happiness he had from her seva, she gave a boon to her to have a child from a god, and she used that boon 5 times, not 5 times, she used that boon 3 times, no, 4 times, and remaining 2 was used by Madri, which was a
Nakul Sahdev.
Nakul Sahdev, which was a wife of Pandu, second wife of Pandu.
Yeah.
So all these sufferings, Kunti also had to go through so many things, because she had to give up on motherhood, her first kid, which she had to literally had to go through so many pain. All her life she has seen her father die, her husband died, and she didn't get to enjoy her life that much. So all this character has so many sufferings. It is said that villains are not born, they are made. And I believe that all this character had to go through such a big decision-making process. Like Kunti had to let go of her child. Draupadi had to marry 5 men at a time. So this is a big decision-making process. And Satyavati also. The story of Satyavati is also, she was very interesting. She was a fisher girl.
Some husband is Shantanu.
Yes, Shantanu was a father of Bhishma, which was Shantanu married.
No, actually, his father is Gangapur.
Yes, Ganga was a wife of Shantanu, first wife of Shantanu, but Ganga had this sharp, we can say, that she had to let go of her 7th child. 8th was Bhishma. She had to let go of 7th child, and 8th time Shantanu asked, why you are doing this to our own child? That is our own flesh and blood. Then why you are doing that too? And she gave that child, which was 8th Vasu. It was Ashvasu thing. 7th Vasu was born in the river of Ganga, but 8th Vasu was Bhishma, and Bhishma had that boon when he can choose Ichha Mrityu. He can die anytime he want, or anytime he wish, I can say. So all these stories are interconnected with each other, and in this book, it is all the ladies are discussing what they go through, they had to go through, and why all this is happening. And at the end of the day, मतलब जब वो पूरा डिस्कशन उनका हुआ कि क्यों वो ना हो, ये वॉर ना होनी चाहिए या फिर क्यों होनी चाहिए, Krishna came into picture, and Krishna gave all these 5 women a mirror when he said that it is necessary to fight for dharma sometimes. Talking white lies or telling white lies is also necessary when it is required in our dharma. As I told you that Bhishma didn't know when to get angry, but Jatayu knew, and Jatayu died on the lap of Sri Rama. It is such a big thing, dying on the lap of Sri Rama is such a big thing. So I think getting angry or doing something for dharma, it is really big thing.
हाँ, मैंने एक स्टेटमेंट सुना है, कृष्ण भगवान बोलते हैं जब धर्म युद्ध होता है या फिर धर्म का साथ दो या उसके विरोध में रहो, मतलब कि आप वहाँ न्यूट्रल नहीं हो सकता। अगर आप वहाँ पे शांत हैं, इसका मतलब है कि आप अन्याय का साथ कर रहे हैं, तो आपको बोलना जरूरी बहुत ज्यादा।
सभा में जो भी लोग थे उस समय, उन्होंने ना कुछ करते हुए भी अन्याय का साथ दिया, और उनको उसका परिणाम भी मिला। हर किसी को एक एक टाइप का मृत्यु आया, हर किसी को कुछ ना कुछ गंवाना पड़ा।
जैसे जो धृतराष्ट्र थे, उनको अपने 100 बच्चों को वो करना पड़ा।
वो शीर शैया पे, मतलब वो बाण की शैया पे भीष्म को मरना पड़ा।
और जबकि आप सूर्यपुत्र कर्ण को देखेंगे, आप उसका जब इतिहास देखते हैं, उसको काफी दानवीर पॉजिटिव उसमें दिखाते हैं, पर लेकिन जब वो द्रौपदी के साथ अन्याय हो रहा रहता है, वो वहां पे एक सब गलत न्यूज बोल देता है।
He said she married 5 men at a time. She is not a princess. She is a whore.
Yeah.
It is a really bad thing to say. I know very bad things happen to him also, but this is not a way to behave. Like Vidur also. Vidur was also a prince, but he didn't get the.
Vidur expresses anger.
Also, very one thing about her was she left her hairs falling, because it is said in our dharma that a married woman should not leave her hair open. It should always be tied. But she did that. Who? Draupadi. Draupadi left her hair open because she wanted to remind her husbands that what she had to go through, because they didn't voice.
उनको याद रहे कि जो गुस्सा उनका ठंडा ना हो एकदम।
इसलिए बहुत अलग अलग चीजें हैं, जैसे कि गांधार का जो सीन दिखाया गया है कि why शकुनी did that, why शकुनी sowed the seed of revenge in the heart of Duryodhana. It was because what happened to his sister. Gandhari had to marry a blind man, and why Gandhari use that blindfold, there is also story behind it. It is because Gandhari was silently protesting against what happened with her, and all these things was some and other how because of Satyavati and Bhishma. Because Satyavati, while Shantanu asked for the hand of Satyavati for marriage, Satyavati and her father said that I am not going to let my daughter marry a man whose son is around the age of Satyavati. At that time, Bhishma and Satyavati was around the same age, and Satyavati's father thought that अगर मेरी बेटी एक ऐसे आदमी से शादी कर रही है जिसका बेटा इतना बड़ा है, कुछ ही सालों में वो आदमी मर जाएगा और उसकी सारी संपत्ति भीष्म को जाएगी. So what her father's name was Pushparaj. So what he did, basically he asked Bhishma to do have that pratigya that he will never brahmachari, he will never marry anyone. His child will never be in a line of succession or a heir to the throne, and that's why it somehow happened. All the things that later happened, like Amba, Ambika, Malika was 3 girls, and he got a sharp of Amba, and then in Mahabharatee, Amba came in the picture and she killed Bhishma. It is all interconnected. Every story is interconnected with each other.
आपने बहुत अच्छा कहानी बताया. ये जो किताब है, जो महाभारत है, अपने देश की मतलब कि एक ऐतिहासिक किताब है.
इसका नाम
महाभारती है, जो आपने बताया बहुत अच्छी कहानी.
It is from the perspective of women. I think everyone should read this book. It is a really amazing book. One should really read this.
Thank you.